the broadcast how you hate candy corn. What's your favorite Halloween
candy corn? I mean, I completely hate candy corn. When I was a kid, well, gummy bears, let's see. Gummy bears for sure.
Sour or regular?
The Haribo. It's got to be the Haribo ones. And then the other thing I like is when they used to have the sprees in a box. Outstanding. You have to go to the dollar store to find it, but I do. And then the latest, you know, there's still candy innovation, although a while back I found that Europe had better candy than we did overall because they have gummy everything. And then, you know, they have those Nerds clusters, which is new.
The gummy.
Yeah, which is good. The Nerds clusters is good. And then if you go chocolate, probably Almond Joy.
This weather report here, what do I know? I'm a football coach. I suggest you go out and do what I do. Get out of bed, go outside. Then you know.
And then I had a quarterback at Tech, and this really made me rethink it. It was unbelievable. I'm not going to name names because it is embarrassing, because this would be embarrassing if I couldn't do this, okay? And I've always been able to do this. And even at the ripe old age of 76, which I am right now, I can do it. On a shuttle pass. Okay, now the trouble is it's got to be your offhand. So you go like this. You go like this. Look, everybody, I'm passing the ball. And then at the last second, and this is key, you turn your thumb down. You just hold the football, turn your thumb. And all you have to do is this. Here, I'll show you. Okay? And so then the ball goes. And so then, you know, and it's a perfectly soft shuttle pass, not unlike the pitch back in the great triple option days, which I love that it's a tribute to the triple option. Go there, ride the fullback, go like this, and then turn the thumb down, and then the guy takes off, you see? Well, so I had a quarterback. I had one quarterback at Tech, and I don't know if, again, he didn't have that little of hands or whatever, but then there's the ball, and it's going to be like, you know, this weird basketball pass, you know, to the point where you can't go like this and then, you know, and just the whole spastic motion in and of itself was both entertaining and disgusting to see on film. And then there was another quarterback. I had another quarterback that followed that guy all the time, and you know, he did it the same way. And then you know, and we literally had to work on doing this. Yeah. You know, do it again. I there's that had the chalkboard on the wall, drew a circle, you know, get it in the circle. And
Mike, back to the comments you made about candy corn. Do you think it deserves a second chance?
no, I do not. I do not. That's been carefully researched since I was a child. Starting at approximately, I'm going to say 3. And although it did have some brighter points in my life, in particular when I was young, you know, the type of thing where it gets all over your hands and your face. Before long, though, I realized that that was a grave error, and there was far better paths ahead than candy corn. So, yeah, No, I have no interest. It's one of those items that, you know, there's a reason they serve it basically once a year, because it's not very good to begin with.
Well, first of all, what kind of mythical powers does a Sun Devil have? We've got to consider that. I'm going to say the Wildcat's out. The Trojan, does he have a horse, or is he on foot? Does he have a bow and arrow, or just his sword? The Bruin, definitely formidable. Another bear up there at Cal. The tree, I imagine that tree's going to get chopped down. Unless we're going to go with a bird and somebody might get pecked or something, I don't know. And then the duck might lose interest and just fly away and get out of there, which may be good advice under the circumstances. The husky, no chance. The beaver, Well, we'll see how long that beaver can hold his breath. The Ute, again, we're back to, is he on horseback? Does he have a bow and arrow? Did he trade for a rifle? I mean, you know, because if that Ute's got a rifle, there's some definite problems. And then, and you know, you'd have to get one of those Harry Potter activists to read up on how you kill a sun devil, because there's a lot of outside stuff there. Just as far as a beast alone, a buffalo's going to be pretty hard to tangle with. I mean, a buffalo's utterly outstanding. Well, but Butch is going to have to be clear-minded and crafty. I mean, Butch will find a way. There's no question. The Cougar will find a way. Clear-minded and crafty, a combination of stay out of harm's way and attack when you get your chances or your openings.
I'm not real good with technology. I let the kids handle that. You know, all this button pushing and whatnot. You know, this is, I mean, you can just imagine based on what's happened in, you know, the last 15 years. I mean, conversations won't happen. I mean, 10 years from now, there ain't going to be anybody talk to anybody. You know, it's going to be this. You know, do you want to go out on a date with me? I don't know. What do you look like? Well, I look kind of like this. Okay, well, what are your interests? Well, what do you think my interests are? Looking into this thing and typing into this, just like yours are. Well, yeah, no kidding. That's what everybody's doing. Yeah, that's right. Virtually everyone. Well, where do you want to go? Well, what difference does it make? Because all we're going to be doing is looking in this machine anyway. Well, that's true. In the end, it's going to be tough to perpetuate this, the species. There's no question about that. Well, we're going to enjoy looking in this box, and eventually we're all going to be extinct and die out. Well, that's how it ends, you know. But what I think they ought to do is give each team empty balls. Just give them all empty regulation NFL footballs, and then you fill them however you want. I don't know why anyone wouldn't do that. And then... And everyone that I've ever said that to, and it's usually in the media, will give you a quizzical look like, you know, their face will get very confused. Like, well, how can this be? Well, what about the suspension? Well, that's just my point. That's stupid. Okay, what about the trial? Well, stupid too. You know, well, what about... well, somebody thinks it's a big deal. It's not. I mean, so that's just one guy's opinion. I'm sure I'm probably wrong. It's the mind-numbingly short-sighted notion that 4 teams for a playoff, you know, somehow establishes something, and that's a very clever approach. I mean, that's such a brilliant approach. That's why everybody does it that way. You know, I mean, nobody does it that way. I mean, if we were so smart, wouldn't all the other sports say, I know what? Let's have a committee, you know, because why not? Because, you know, we're American. We love committees. Let's get us a committee. Well, who should be on the committee? Well, I don't know. This guy's a good guy. Let's have him on the committee. Well, I mean, there's people on the committee that don't even have remote associations with football, nor have they at any level other than being a fan. But you know what? Let's have them on a committee. Why not? And then... I mean, it'd be fun. We'd go to that resort. We could talk. We could hang out at dinner. And then we'll decide which 4 teams should go. Because you know why? We don't need to solve this on the field. Because we're the ones that know. And then, so, I mean, you know, if we're going to do it that way, we should just ask them at the beginning of the season. You know, just go ahead and you guys vote on it, figure out 1, 2, 3, and 4, and why even have the games? To me, I mean, it's not a playoff. There's nothing playoff about it. And this is even if we make it. Even if we make it, my thoughts don't change. And they start talking about evolution. And, you know, like as in, if you don't use a certain part of your body, as time evolves over, you know, century upon century, in natural selection, that part of the body disappears, and even that animal might disappear. And I'm genuinely fearful that on our team, if me and the other coaches don't get them right, that about a generation from now, their kids and their grandkids won't have hands, because, from a lack of use, those hands just disappear. I mean, and maybe they'll be like this, like those dinosaur hands like this are, you see.
Weddings. I'm in the middle of planning one right now. Do you have any advice for me?
Who are you marrying?
His name is Trevor.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll have to set up a meeting and I'll talk to him. Okay, so where's Trevor from?
He's from Florida.
What does Trevor do for a living?
He works in sports as well, covers football.
He does what?
He covers football as well.
Really? Well, I don't know. We'll keep a close eye on it, but whatever you and Trevor decide, I would kind of keep it on the down low, which you failed to do that. Trevor was probably planning to, but you didn't. So go ahead and don't say anything else about it, but as soon as the season's over, or even an off week, go elope. Trust me on that. Well, it's too late to rescue you. The best wisdom that I can possibly give, wisdom I can possibly give on that subject, 9 days, and it's a little late. You should have come to me sooner. My wisdom would be, you have to stay out of the way. Now, and I wish you a very happy marriage, and I'm sure you'll have one. But I'm just telling you. When it comes to marriages, the women lose their mind. Your fiance is going to lose her mind. Your mother-in-law is going to lose her mind. Your mom is going to lose her mind. Several of your sisters and female relatives are going to lose their mind, and they're going to barrage you with constant questions. What should we wear? And then, which of course my answer was, I don't care. And then what color should the invitations be? I don't care. What should we have for dessert? I don't care. Should we seat this way or that way? I don't care. But see, I don't care is not satisfactory at all. And you're going to get caught in a catch-22, and I'm certain that you already have. And that catch-22 is, well, I want you to be a part of this too. So what color invitations? All right, the blue ones. Well, I kind of like the tan ones. Okay, the tan ones then. Oh, you're just saying that because you want this over with. You're not even thinking about it, which is of course true. And then, what do you want for dessert? I was thinking of strawberry shortcake. Oh, okay. Yeah, strawberry shortcake would be good. Well, what about the blueberry pie? Well, I like the blueberry pie. We could have the blueberry pie. Well, I thought you said you wanted the strawberry shortcake. And it's just going to go back and forth, and they're going to play keep away from you until after you're married. So what you need to do is you need to work late hours, work late, be very nice and supportive, and but they're going to play keep away from you, and there's no answer you can give that is going to be satisfactory or correct. And if you successfully please a few of them, the others will still be, oh well, I just don't feel like he's that interested. Yeah, okay, so you need to work late, go in the back room and read a lot of books. You have to go take the groomsmen out, so you make sure that they march in just right and they know exactly, these swell outfits that you picked out or whatever, however you're doing it. And in the end, you'll wish you eloped. But nevertheless, you need to find excuses that they'll buy to be as far out of harm's way as you possibly can. And but take comfort in knowing that once the ceremony's over, that life will get progressively better from there, even though there's some adjustment.
And now Texas Tech on its first play from scrimmage, Dre. How about this?
Yeah.
Honoring the late Mike Leach, head coach in Lubbock from 2000 to 2009. He passed away earlier this month. You see the wide splits on the offensive line.
That's what his offense did. The O-line would split out wide like that to make sure.
The penalties decline. First down.
To make sure they were in man-to-man or one-on-one blocking situations with the offensive line. What a tribute by Coach McGuire and Coach Kiffin.